All right, so I'm at Leonard Harrison State Park. I'm at the Pennsylvania Grand Canyon. Looks a little bit different from the real Grand Canyon, but it's a spectacular view. So I just want to give you a little information about Leonard Harrison State Park. So it honors Leonard Harrison of Wellsboro. He was a civic-minded businessman who gave his time, energy, and finances to the betterment of his community. So the park really was 121 acres at first and was called the Lookout. He made the area a public picnic ground, and then he gave it to the Commonwealth in 1922. And the CCC developed a lot of the infrastructure here, and then additional lands were added to the park in the 1940s. So this is considered the Pennsylvania Grand Canyon, also known as the Pine Creek Gorge. It's 47 miles long and it reaches 1,450 feet deep. This sits in about 160,000 acres of the Tioga State Forest. There are definitely a lot of spots to linger and enjoy the view from this overlook, but I want to hit the hiking trail, so come along with me as I hike the Overlook Trail. I think what's very cool about places like this is there's some like senior citizen type bus trips here today, and it's got a really nice paved overlook. So no matter your age, no matter your accessibility level, you can enjoy the view here. There's a gift shop, there's a little cafe, there's a visitor center. There's plenty to do even if you're not a hiker. Now, if you're a hiker, you definitely want to check out some of the trails here. I'm going to do the Overlook Trail, and then I'm also probably going to do the trail down to the rim. Can really see the colors are starting to change in the leaves. This is an old CCC trash incinerator along the trail. I mean, pretty neat stonework, even though it was a trash incinerator. So things are really nicely marked. Couldn't be easier to find your way. If you're gonna get yourself on the trails here, you're gonna have peace and quiet. And these are pretty much short trails. They're steep, but they're short. So I've got some snacks. I've got my hydration pack with me. That's the one thing I love about this little Osprey Daylight Plus. It's a small bag, but it has the compartment for the hydration pack. So I just throw that in here. Trying to visit a bunch of Pennsylvania state parks. I'm road tripping across the state a little bit. And on a day like today, when I'm spending a lot of time in the car, a lot of time being active at different parks, I like to just have the hydration with me and just be able to drink on the go. So my husband was helping me pack the car, load all my gear that I was bringing, you know, kayak, a folding bike, a cooler, all kinds of stuff for this trip. And he was teasing me because I think it's probably been about 20 years that I've been saying to him, like, hey, we should go to the Grand Canyon of Pennsylvania. And our trips are always a little bit of a compromise, where he would like to go, where I would like to go. And finally, he was like, you're finally getting to go to the Grand Canyon of Pennsylvania, because this has been on my list for years, and kids and life and everything. I just never made it happen. So it's a beautiful time of year. It's almost October, and I'm so happy to be here to be checking this out. I think one of the things that I've learned over the years is I love hiking with other people. I'm an introvert, but I do enjoy a little social interaction, a little bit. Otherwise, my introvert battery gets overloaded, and then I need peace and quiet again. But I do enjoy company on the hiking trail and things like that. But what I've learned is if nobody is available, you just have to go. You get out there by yourself. I solo hike all the time. I go on road trips and things, travel by myself. Doesn't bother me one bit. You tell somebody where you're going. Turn on my location tracking for my husband, just in case I would ever get into trouble. Try to have everything, you know, make sure you have a spare tire, things like that. But you just have to learn to get used to going, because if you sit around and wait till everybody's available, people are busy. You're probably not going to get to go. So I would just encourage you to step out of your comfort zone, get used to doing things by yourself, and I think you'll really enjoy it. I never regret it. And you can just really see the color is starting to change. Still a lot of green, but things are changing fast in Pennsylvania, and I'm not really sure why this year. If it's because we had such a wet spring and then such a dry summer into fall. I'm not sure. It's also been pretty warm. The other thing I really suggest, if you are a solo hiker, get yourself one of these Craft Geek tripods. Can get all those photos that you need of yourself, and it's got this little remote, so it couldn't be easier. And what I really like about it is, turn this off. The remote nests in there so you don't lose it, and it folds up really, really small. All right, so that's the way we're going to be going back up. This is a little bit of a loop here. So my mom means very well, but I pretty much terrify her. I'm always like, it's an easy hike. I'm going where there's people. It'll be fine. So I have to reassure her a little bit because she's always like, is that safe? So I don't know how I got to be the opposite of her. Not that I think I do anything risky. I just get out here and enjoy nature, even if it means I have to do it by myself. And you can just see how beautiful the forest is. So quiet and peaceful. And then of course over here we have the gorge. As you'll see in my upcoming videos, my husband and I were just in Oregon to visit a national park. It's like amazing to travel. You get to see totally different environments than you would at home. But then it's like, come back to Pennsylvania and it makes me remember how much I absolutely love it here. And just, I encourage you, explore your state, explore where you live, because I'm sure you have hidden gems and like amazing places like we do. But I think sometimes it's easy to overlook the things in our own state and be like, oh, that's just in Pennsylvania. How good can that be? And these places really are that good. All right, my GoPro battery is on its last leg, so this is going to wrap this one up. We're back to the trash incinerator. We're back to where we started. So now I'm going to go do a second trail. See, we started and went down that way. Now we're just kind of back to where we started. So I'm going to go up here back to the Overlook. It's a neat little log cabin here and a little monument to the CCC. But make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Keep following along because I'm going to have a part 2 video where I hike the Turkey Path Trail down into the rim of the Pennsylvania Grand Canyon, and you don't want to miss it. It's an awesome hike.